Hey guys, I'm gonna make this video because I wanted to make a video addressing this guy because, again, like I said, I wanted to call him out for making this video because he claims that the Kong fandom are toxic, and I just wanted to correct what he said and tell you guys what really he does, because he's just twisting what happened. Give me a second, I have to do something. Now, this guy, his, video is called "The Toxic of the Kong Fanboys." First off, that's immature and you know it. Now, I'm not going to show anything because I'm not giving him the attention he wants. So I'm just going to play the audio of it.
I've been going through a lot lately, in the holidays and work and all, so things have been, kind of getting in the way of this process.
Okay, had to skip over some of it.
That's not a topic of this video, so I'm not going to make a topic as to why Godzilla will win or so-and-so.
First off, no, you have in the comment section of news of other people's comment sections that I've seen you in, you have denied the fact that Kong would win. So don't you even try that. So a few seconds in, a minute in, and he's already lying.
Not going to be part of the video, so please do not make any assumptions that this has anything to do with the video. This has to do with the toxicity of the Kong fan base.
Toxicity. It's funny how he says that, even though he's the hypocrite that's even more toxic than any other Kong fan I have ever seen.
Now, I myself am more of a Godzilla fan than Kong.
So am I, but you deny that.
That I'm happy to admit. But I don't hate Kong at all.
I don't hate Kong. Yeah, I highly doubt that since you deny facts.
He's one of my favorite, giant monsters out there. How can I not like Kong? But it's the fact that the fan base tends to... Excuse me. I just ate some, so my throat's kind of like...
Nobody cares.
Left in it. The fact that the Kong fan base literally kind of gets in people's faces and shoves it in every Godzilla fan's face that, oh, Kong's gonna...
I have never said, no one has said anything about Kong winning. No one has ever said that.
Kong's going to be, is going to win, or blah, blah. Okay, it's one thing to have an opinion, but it's another when you're...
First off, you don't let other people's have their opinions, so don't tell us anything about having your own opinion, because you're not letting other people have their own opinions, so don't tell us anything about that.
constantly getting people's faces and just shoving it in them, going...
Everything he just said can be interpreted to him, because every time I argue with this guy, he just goes up into my face and just argues with a bunch of stuff that he just makes up. Well, it's not made up, it's just most of the stuff he twists to fit his own narrative.
Why they won't win. Now, some of them on certain YouTube videos, I'm not going to name all the Kong, the toxic Kong fans. I'm just going to...
Oh, so what he means by toxic Kong fans, he means people who disagree with him.
Say that on certain videos regarding the Godzilla vs. Kong that's coming out in 2020.
He's referring to King Kong 19100. Just to let you know, King Kong 19100 said potentially win. Stop twisting what he says to fit your own narrative.
On certain YouTube videos like Tommy H's videos and Dangerville videos, which I recommend you go watch them. They have pretty good content.
I recommend Dangerville as well. I recommend Dangerville as well. But knowing that you suck off a YouTuber and believe whatever he says, I don't think if Dangerville said it was blood, you would probably backstab him.
Plausible, but whatever. If you want to check their videos out, I suggest you do. So please go and do so. But the thing is, a lot of Kong fans are trolling
Okay, don't you start that, because I have never trolled this guy ever. The only time I started trolling him was because he started trolling me first out of the blue because I was bringing up arguments, and he has trolled multiple other people for no real reason, just to do it, just because they started a debate. So he started trolling them. So he's once again lying.
Just Godzilla fan base, but the fan base in general that likes the monsters. And I've actually,
Oh, so everyone is like that. Everyone is like that, huh?
I've actually spoke to some Kong fans who've commented and have actually apologized for their behavior, which
I'm not apologizing to you. No one owes you anything. I'm not going to apologize to a person like you who denies facts to fit your own narrative.
they shouldn't, because they're not responsible for them, but they themselves are disgusted.
So, what he means by these people he's talking about, he means the other toxic Godzilla fans just like him, and he's only on these people's side because they agree with him. Only the people who agree with him are not toxic, but the ones who don't are toxic. I see how it is.
By the actions and by the behaviors of the toxic Kong fans who are going around spatting out.
So are you.
About
you're doing the exact same thing. You are such a hypocrite.
Winning and blah blah blah, and I'm not saying that Kong won't win or will win, but I'm just saying that
Kenny said
it's
potentially.
How they're behaving and it's how they're responding, and they're only making themselves look bad.
Every time you respond to me, you make yourself look dumber. One, you act like a 14-year-old, and it's funny because a 28-year-old man acts like a 14-year-old. It's funny that you're almost an elder, and I act more mature than you. I thought you were supposed to know better. So much for, the more you grow, the smarter you get. More like the more you grow, the dumber you get.
Listen, I understand you're Kong fans, but you're only making yourselves look worse. You're not exactly.
And you Godzilla fans that are toxic are doing the exact same thing.
Making yourselves better. And you can say all you want about the Godzilla fan base, but let's be honest, at least we're not calling you names or shoving facts down your face.
Give me a second. It's funny because he says that even though everything he just says, he has done the exact same thing. He has got into my face. He has insulted me multiple times, called me insults, called me a dumbass. So don't you try anything about the Kong fandom doing this. No, you are doing the exact same thing.
Now we do provide facts.
Yeah, sure you do. So I do as well, but you just throw that all out the window and take it and just ignore it.
Honor your arguments, but whenever we do, you brush them off and say they're not valid. Well,
it's funny how he says that. Well, because the same thing was said. I brought up the skull, and he said the exact same thing, that it's invalid if that's true or not. So don't tell me anything about that.
Hate to break it to you, they are 95% valid, even if there's just a small bit of.
Yeah, sure they are valid. You got any proof or evidence to back you up, Why don't you go back and live into your mother's basement?
Inconsistency, that doesn't negate its value. It doesn't negate its credibility. So you can go all day on that, but it isn't. So you can keep saying all you want, but trust me.
You can keep saying all you want, but at the end of the day, you make yourself out to be an idiot and an uneducated, brain-dead person on the internet who believes whatever Doom says.
No facts to debunk anything we're saying.
Oh, yeah. It's funny because I'm pretty sure 1,000 people argue for you every day. And I'm pretty sure, and it's funny that you claim, I debunked your argument. Yeah, it's funny because I have debunked you numerous times. You just don't want to admit you ever lost.
I mean, unless you have the facts to back up your argument.
So do I, but you just brush them all aside.
Which you didn't. You provided nothing.
You provided nothing. Yeah, sure you didn't. The same can be said for you, buddy. The same can be said for you.
So, if you're going to act like you guys are high and mighty and you know better...
Don't you say that. You are doing the exact same thing, hypocrite.
Then, you're yourselves look like a joke.
You're making yourself look like a joke by making this video, insulting yourself. So don't you go telling anyone about being toxic when you're the manipulative little leech that twisted what I said to you, insulted me, trolled me multiple times, because I disagree with you. Spread slanderous lies about King Kong 19100 just because, oh boo-hoo, he disagrees with you. Grow up.
The ones making yourselves look like jokes. We're not doing anything.
Oh, you're not doing anything. Yeah, you're doing something right now. You're lying, spreading false information about people.
Just stating what's fact and what isn't, or,
You have never stated a fact in my life. You got any proof? And it's funny that it brings up Wikizilla. Mind you, Wikizilla said likely, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Wikizilla said likely. It didn't say it was confirmed or anything. You are such an idiot.
In terms of facts, I mean, what is officially said and what's officially true, regarding the whole thing. And when you guys spat in our faces and treat it like it's not...
You spat in my face numerous times, insulted me, so don't try that.
Credible to you? Then that's just your opinion. But don't act like it isn't a fact, because if if the sources say exactly what we're saying, and if they're consistent, then they're facts.
No, there aren't.
You can make up any excuses you want.
You have made a lot of excuses, so don't try that.
Proving to the whole community, that you're a toxic fan base. You're only making yourself... It's funny how he says that, even though he's toxic to anyone who dare disagree with him. Call him a Kong fanboy, when in reality, only fanboys here are you three, who are too busy on your knees winking doom. Look worse. You're just trolling people just because you're...
It's funny how he says that, even though he does the exact same thing.
Immature. You probably don't even have a life.
Oh, I'm immature? Look who's talking. I'm immature? Look who's talking. A 28-year-old man says that I'm immature, even though he acts like a 14-year-old. I act like he adult. How many times am I gonna have to tell this guy to grow up?
And I'm not gonna say 100% that you don't.
You just did.
You're giving us a lot of clues that you might not have a life.
I have plenty of life. You want to know who doesn't have a life? You. You don't have a life. You're just a sad, lonely old man that lives in your mother's basement that just trolls people because you have nothing else to do with your pathetic, poor, lonely life. Why don't you do something in your life besides trolling people who bring up arguments? But no, just keep ignoring me because you're a Kong fan. We'll get you screwed. Yeah. Keep it up. You're just further proving my point that you're toxic.
Troll people. And I know it's not illegal to troll, but it's just not right. It's dirty.
Don't you tell me anything about it's not right to troll people when you're the one who does the exact same thing. And by the way, just look at Doom's comment section. And if you see me, you'll find him. You will find him. Trust me.
It's immature. It's stupid. You're not exactly...
You're the one who's immature.
Making yourselves... You're not making friends.
I have plenty of friends. You don't. The only ones who are friends with you are the dumbest people on planet Earth.
You're not gaining a lot of people. You're just making yourself look horrible.
You're making yourself look horrible.
Their YouTube accounts, and they're basically just ghost accounts. They have nothing.
They don't need to have anything. They just like to watch YouTube. Why are you bringing that up? Why do they need to have videos? They don't have to have videos. They don't want to be a YouTuber. They just like to watch videos. That's why they make accounts, so they can subscribe to people. They don't need to automatically upload videos. They don't need to. So why the hell do they have to have videos? So, you know what? It's just the excuse to insult them. So you just spat in the entire community's face. Spat in other Godzilla fans' face because you claim, oh, they're a Kong fanboy. Yeah, grow up, kid. Well, he's not a kid. He's 20. It's funny because if he didn't have a profile picture and have videos, I would have assumed he was just another kid.
Videos, no content, nothing. They're just random content.
They don't need to have content. They don't want to be a YouTuber. They just want to watch videos and subscribe to people and know when they are uploading videos. They don't need to have views.
Fans who are so bias of the character that all they do is say stupid crap about him.
The same can be said for you. The same can be said. You have said one of the most stupidest stuff to my face before. You are so immature and childish.
And they ignore the facts that are given to them.
As I brought up facts as well, but you just deny them as well.
Or the sources given to them that kind of debunks what they're saying.
I like how he says kind of.
I mean, again, there's a saying, don't feed the trolls, but when the trolls start piling up and they rack up your inbox, they're blowing.
All your friends are trolls. I have never trolled any of you. The only time I started is because you started trolling me first. So don't you try. So I trolled you right back because you were acting immature. You trolled me first. So don't you even say anything about that.
Up your phone and inbox and everything, then that's where they get out of
hand.
So I'm urging a lot of Kong fans to not be like these kind of people.
I'm urging a lot of Godzilla fans not be idiots like this guy who's just toxic and just wants to attack the entire fan base because he's bored.
And to,
you tell he's just making things up on the spot. Look at him. Listen.
Revolt against him, not going a witch hunt. I'm not encouraging.
No witch hunting, huh? Yeah, sure you are, kid.
A witch hunt. I'm just saying, this is what I can't say about the certain Kong fans. Not all Kong fans. I've spoken to several of them. They think that those Kong tards. That's what I should say. It's a more fitting word because.
What he means by Kong tards, he means people who disagree with him.